listener. How are you? I was just saying that I was on tea there just now because it's early in the morning. Well, not that early, but it is in America, and I'm a little tired and I'm on tea. But I am thrilled and super excited by the guest today. I really am. And you'll hear it in my voice. This is enthusiasm. If you're thinking, what is that sound? Yeah. It is enthusiasm.
That extra little bit of fairy dust in Lynn's voice.
We're excited, aren't we?
It's happiness. I really am happy about this, right? Which I feel bad about, because now other guests, I'm setting the bar too high, right? Because now other guests will be like, oh,
yeah, we fucked that, haven't we? I just realised that.
Yeah. It's all about our guest today.
Anyway, listeners, sorry, we should start. We're not being very professional, but listener, we are here. Thank you very much for listening. If you've never heard this show before, well done. And if you have heard this show before, you'll know that I am Ferguson.
I'm Harrington.
I'm Hawks.
And I'm Cannon.
We're joined by
Tommy Cannon in the house.
Cannon. Oh my God.
Three of us are just going to sit here a little bit starstruck, right?
I know, right?
Screen. We got Tommy Cannon on our show. It's a British institution.
And I'm glad it's visual as well, because you look the same. I think. I mean, it's a cheeky thing to say, and if anybody ever said it to me, Tommy, I'd punch him in the face. But, like, I feel like you obviously with Bobby Ball were so representative of a whole period of Saturday nights of me growing up.
A whole generation of us.
Yeah, right? When you go, oh my God, it's Cannon and Ball.
Yeah.
So it's thrilling. Thank you so much for coming in.
You're welcome.
Yes.
But you must get that everywhere you go, Tommy, don't you? Because you are part of the furniture. If you know what I mean. If you're from this country, you literally are a legend. It's fantastic. So does everybody tell you that?
A lot of people do, yeah. But the thing is that to reach the pinnacles that Bobby and I did, considering that I never wanted to go into show business. It's like a miracle, to be honest. You know?
Yeah.
If it hadn't been for Bobby keeping bothering me and saying, do you want to make a double act? Let's make a double act. Let's make a double act. Till eventually I said, if you don't stop it, I'm going to knock you out. I don't want to make a double act. You know, it was strange.
What did you want to do with your life, Tommy? If show business wasn't for you in the early days?
Well, the thing is, I wanted to either be a professional footballer or a professional cricket player. I love sport. I had a what's the name with the Man City, and I had a go at Lancashire Cricket Club and didn't make it. And I think sometimes things in life are meant to be. All that didn't happen. And then years down the line, I go as a welder, and the first person to speak to me out of like 500 or 600 guys on the shop floor was Bobby. He came in, said, hello, Cock.
So you were welders?
Yeah, and he walked away, and as he's walking away, I thought, wow, that's a funny little character. And that was it. Even now, God bless him, I don't even know why he kept bothering me to be a double act. I didn't even know what a double act was, you know. So,
well, thank God that he did.
Well,
thank God for all of us that enjoyed, you know, your career. I mean, I grew up. Obviously, Neil said the same thing, but I grew up as a teenager through the '80s, and of course, that was your golden period when you had the Cannonball show. And I mean, we never missed it.
Oh, thank you.
And I actually, even now, right, I've had to know, so listener, if you're listening in America, you might not know this, but there was a time, for a long time, everybody would go rock on, Tommy. Like, it was like the catchphrase was over and over it.
Yeah. I still say it.
I mean, it's the funny thing that because I used to go on stage in the early days 2 or 3 minutes before Bob, and I'd sing in a song, and he came on this particular night, and out of the blue he came on and he stood there and he went, "Whoa, rock on, Tommy." And I went, "What?" I didn't know what he was. I went, what do you mean? What do you mean? He said, no. I said, where have you got that from? He said, oh, David Essex. He said, did a song called Rock On. I said, yeah. He said, well, I heard it and I thought, hey, when I go on stage tonight, I'm going to shout, hey, rock on, Tommy. Next news, the whole country was saying it. It was just amazing.
So true.
It was the braces.
The braces.
Well,
it was the braces.
I didn't make that up, did I?
No.
Yeah, but what you don't know about the braces, the reason that the braces were doing that was because they kept saying, this is like a brass strap. He said, I have to keep pulling it up. And he kept doing that. But not that. And then all of a sudden, when he came on, he went, oh, rock on, Tommy. That was the whole audience. They were all, when we went for autographs, the whole audience are going, hey, rock on, Tommy. Oh, God, blimey.
Isn't it funny that certain catchphrases like that will just resonate with the public? And that one,
That's
even now, kind of, years and decades later, it's so forefront in everybody's mind. Is it true, Tommy, that that you started out as singers? You weren't really comedians, and then after being told that comics earn an extra £3 a night, you decided to go for comedy?
It's very true, actually, because we were doing a working men's club in Yorkshire, and this comic was on, a good comic, actually. Bob and I were on the same show. We're going to the committee for the chairman to pay us, and he gave me and Bob £6, and he gave the comedian 12. So as we're walking out, I said to the comedian, I said, hang on. I said, why does he give you £12? I said, and only us 6, and there's 2 of us. I said, Tommy, if you do a bit of comedy, you get more money. And that completely changed what we were doing. And for 15 years, all we did was sing. So, and all of a sudden we went, okay.
Is that right? For 15 years?
15
years singing, yeah. And that was it. We did a few stupid routines and got paid off and everything else. And, and developed from that.
Well, there's a lesson in the magic of fate, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
If not anything. Ches, do you want to tell Tommy about our structure for our show?
Oh, sure. Just so that you know what you've let yourself in for here, Tommy. Just to give you a little kind of glimpse into the future of the next hour or so. So basically, we have a fabulous guest every week, and this week is the most fabulous guest, Mr. Tommy Cannon. And so we ask our guest to give us a quote that they either live their life by or it means something. And then we go into why you chose that, which we'll start with in a minute. And a little bit later on down the line, Lynn's going to do a little bit of magic. And we don't mean pulling rabbits out of hats, but we'll explain a little bit more about that when we get there. And then we also ask our guest for a favourite song that has some kind of emotional connection to them. And I will do a version. Here's my guitar live for you right here on the podcast. So that's basically our structure.
We're going to kick off with your chosen saying, your chosen phrase, which we asked you for before the show. So your phrase is by Geoffrey Chaucer, who is obviously best known, of course, for writing the Canterbury Tales. Yeah. And the quote you're saying is, "Time waits for no man," which is in fact only part of a proverb. The entire proverb is "time and tide wait for no man." And of course, in this case, it's often taken to refer as the rising and falling of the ocean, which is another natural phenomenon that man can't control. So a famous time quote. And why that, Tommy? Why is that so pertinent for you?
It's just that, I love my family. I'm very much a family man, and sometimes my children are grown up now. Our children, I should say, mine and Hazel's, and sometimes when they're hesitant in things, I will say to them, and they know what I'm going to say. They go, "I know what you're going to say, Dad. Time waits for nobody," and I will say it because it doesn't. Time passes so quick. My son and his lovely lady are getting married in April. Right now, let me tell you, when they first mentioned that, which was seems like it was 5 years ago, right? It's now here.
Yeah.
And tonight we were talking about it, and I thought, wow, I'm right about time waits for nobody, because it's round the corner. It's 1st of March.
Absolutely.
Soon be April. They'll be married. It's just phenomenal how time does just zip past. The movie Boys in Blue. Somebody told me, I didn't know. They said, Tom, that movie that you did, it's 40 years old. I went, never.
Oh my God.
And it's 40-year-old. So like I said to everybody, don't be hesitant. Time waits for nobody. Get in there, give it a go. And I've always stuck by that.
It is true. I mean, especially when you're a parent.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Like when you think about, like, because your son that's getting married, I bet you can still remember him when he was like chubby and wearing shorts and like going to school. It feels really strange.
Well, of course I can.
That bit's gone.
I know. But my son,
Yeah.
I know, but let me tell you, sweetheart, my son is 6'6". I'm 5'8".
Is he really?
I'm 6'6".
It's little and large, not cannon and ball.
I'm so proud of him. I am so proud of him. He's 6'6", and I keep thinking to myself, well, how come I'm only 5'8"? And suddenly I think, I know. My wife had 3 brothers, and they were all 6 foot. So that's where it's come from. Go ahead.
If you don't mind me asking, I mean that quote there. I mean, obviously it's pertinent to anybody that has lived a life as a human, because time does go by so fast, And you don't mind me saying that you're in your 80s now, right?
I'm 85 in June.
Oh my
Goodness,
God, you're good.
Yeah,
and you're touring, right? You're touring at the moment. Is that right?
There's everything's going on at the moment. I've got a tour starting in September. We're doing a small tour of Legends of Comedy, which is it's brilliant because it's variety like it used to be.
Old school. Yeah.
So hopefully that will do very well. I'm going to tell you this, and I really shouldn't tell you, really. But
I'll cut it out if you need me to. Go on.
Okay. I suppose you know a guy called Robbie Williams, don't you?
Yeah.
He knows him very well.
I know him quite well, yeah.
Yeah. He's a mate of mine.
We've heard of him.
All right. Well,
yeah.
He has done my intro for the shows. He's actually
fantastic. Good man.
vocalized it to bring me on stage, and I can't tell you, cool. He's a real good friend of mine. Yeah.
I'm going to take a picture right now of me and you, and I'm going to send it to him. Hang on.
Are you?
There you go. Yeah, I'll just say, look who I'm on the podcast with right now.
Oh, I
Jess
love
was
it.
only with him a couple of weeks ago, so there you go.
Yeah,
because such a small world.
He's got a place here in LA, which is where I live, and so we met up the other day. I've known him for 30 years, mate.
Have you really? Isaac?
Yeah.
I've had lots of chats with him and everything. I love him. Yeah, he's a great lad. Brilliant.
He is a great lad. Yeah, he's really nice. So I'll send that off now. See if we get a reply before the end of the show.
I bet you were a part of his childhood.
Mr. Cannon sends love.
I bet you his Saturday nights were you and
Yeah.
Bobby as well.
That's Yeah, that's what his mother said. I talked to his mum when I went to see his show, and she said, Tommy, Robbie loved you. He grew up with you. He loved you to bits.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether you knew what Robbie did for me, but when I went to see his show, we took all the family in Manchester at the arena. There were 20,000 people there. And he invited me and all the family down. He knew exactly where we were sat. He walked on stage and walked down the stage. He turned and went like that to me. And I thought, has he? Is that? It's like it. I thought, is that for me? Anyway, show carried on. This is a true story. Show carried on. He got towards the end of the act and he said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to dedicate this song to a legend who's in the audience tonight. And I'm looking round for the legend. And I said to Hazel, my wife, I said, who's that? Who's the legend who's in? And she said, oh, I don't know. So he's walking back to where he started to sing Angels. And he said, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, Tommy Cannon, the legend, is in the audience. Oh. And he went, Tommy, 20,000
got the whole crowd.
people. I was in buckets of tears.
Tommy, that's wonderful.
Honestly, I can't tell you. And I went down to see him in the VIP room after. We all went down. He put his arms around me, said to me, I'll never forget, he said, Tommy, I love you, mate. And I've got a picture, a block picture of that exact picture with Robbie with his arms around me, telling me he loved me and I were a legend. I'll never forget it the rest of my life. Never.
How wonderful. Well, that's really, really lovely. True. Yeah. Well, thank you for that story. And I've just sent him the picture.
Good.
And, I said, Mr. Cannon sends love.
Oh, great.
Well, you must have some effect here because my little dog is going crazy. Arthur started shaking with enthusiasm. He's like, whoa. I've got a dog in my lap. Can I ask you, though, because one of the things that I've wondered is, because you've been with Hazel a lifetime, right? Like you've been married for a long time.
Yeah.
And you were with Bobby for a long time. That I wonder about, I mean, you're a man who's been blessed with really strong relationships, like really good friendships and bonding. Has it always been like that? Have you always been surrounded by good friendships and things?
Yes, I have. And I suppose at the end of the day, those friendships either happen very natural, right, or they don't happen at all. And with me and my family and Bobby, Bobby and I never thought for 1 minute that we were going to reach the pinnacles that we did. Because I remember coming back from the northeast, pulling up in the lay-by and turning to Bob and saying, Bob, how much longer are we going to do this, mate? Because we're not making any money. We've got to do something. He said, all right, he said, we've got 3 working men's clubs to do. He said, if we get paid off at one of them, we go back to welding. And I said, that's fair enough. That didn't happen because we did very well at all 3. And I said to the audience, and that's why we're still here. And that's a true story. True story.
Wow. Wonderful. And you and Bobby were mainly very, very close all the way through your lives and your career. Yeah. But there was a little period where you openly said that you kind of had a falling out. And how did that happen? And how did you get back together as friends again?
It's hard to think back that while. But I have to say that what happened was, it was management. They said that what you need now is entourages to take you places so that you're not driving, you're not tired, you're not this. And we both thought, oh, that's a good idea. Right? Yeah, that we can have a sleep in the back of the car or whatever. And what both of us didn't know was, and in them days, we didn't even know how to register into a hotel because we used to go there. The lads carried the bags in and they'd say, right, go to your rooms. We'll see you in the morning. That was it. And we didn't know that over the period of I don't know how many months they were with us, but they were with us for quite a while. And what they were doing is they were going down to the bar. Both entourages were meeting. And one would say, hey, tell you what, you don't know what Bobby's saying about Tommy. And then the other one would say, hey, tell you what, you don't know what Bobby's... It was just a nightmare. We didn't realize all this was going on. And then all of a sudden, Bob and I, we got together and we said, look, what's wrong, Bob? we've come from welders together. What's wrong? And he said, I don't know. I said, well, I think it could be the entourages. Maybe there's some gossip going on that's not true. I said, and it's coming back to us. And now we're parted company. He said, yeah, maybe it is. I said, well, I think we should fire them. I think we should get rid of them. Forget the management or anybody else. It's our act. We need to get rid, and we got rid of them.
Absolutely.
From then on, times changed. We were back to normal.
Wow.
And they were just carrying on and talking so much gossip.
Yeah, you kind of lost track of why you were together in the first place.
Well, yeah, and I mean,
I guess
to do that is quite shameful, really, because we started from nowhere. We started as from two lads getting together, making a double act, thinking, well, this is better than welding, and it all virtually collapsed.
You strike me as a very straight talker. That you say things are as things are, that you're not really bothered with, like, if something annoys you, you'll just say, that's annoyed me. Or if something, and I suspect most things don't annoy you, you're kind of like, you get on with life, right?
Yeah, I do, yeah. There's not a lot in life annoys me. I can't think of any time that I've gone off the charts, if you like, and I can't get into arguments with people. I can't. I'm not that sort of guy. I can say my piece, but that's all I'll say. That's it in a nutshell,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I think that's a beautiful thing, to be honest with you. It's you know, you're obviously people get on with you, and you say what you mean, and you mean what you say, and people love you for it. Like, you can tell that.
Yeah. Well, I used to, when my son came with me and my wife went down to where did we go? Stoke, to do a song in a recording studio, and I did this song, would you believe, line by line, this song, and we were 7 hours in this studio. I was stood up all the time, and these guys that did it were the most lovely lads I could have ever worked with. And I've never done a record like that, a line at a time, because if you can say, like, laugh me a laugh, grin me a grin. Now, if you go, laugh me a laugh, grin me a grin, and they go, right, and then you've got to say the second line. Now, the second line, laugh me a laugh, grin me a grin, and you can't get it because there's no rhythm to it.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Man, I was beside myself. But they were such lovely lads. I can't tell you. It was a pleasure. So I've done this, and Robbie Williams, is songwriter, wrote the song for me, and that's all I'm going to tell you about that.
You were part of an era as well, I think, Tommy, of the golden era of double acts. Like, I think that the double acts at your time really were the sort of, it was like the definitive double act, Like, I was always a big fan, way before you, of Abbott and Costello.
Yeah.
And then there wasn't really anything.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like in the 70s, this double act thing came.
Yeah.
Who were your influences?
Oh, I always loved it. It's weird. Once again, you see, I always loved double acts. Lolo Nardi.
Oh, really?
Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis. I always loved them. And not for my sins, but I ended up in a double act. So it's really one of those, wow, I can't believe it,
Yeah. You never thought that would happen, type of thing.
Never. I mean, I loved Eric and Ernie. We met, Eric met me and Bob at the Luton Town Football Club. and Bob and I
Oh, wow.
were just beginning to get a little bit of a tittle on TV. And he said to us, when he met us, he said, you know, lads, he said, there's only one double act we're bothered about at the moment. And I said, really? He said, yes. He said, it's you two beggars. And I said, oh. He said, I think you two are going to take our crown. And that was the most wonderful thing that he could have said. So now we go to the football club, and there's a group of lads that Eric has brought from a home where they were all living to watch the game. And Bob popped his head round the corner and went with his braces, rocky on, kids. Nothing. Eric popped his head round, put his glasses to one side. And they howled. They howled their heads off. Yeah. And he turned to me and Bob, he said, you see, that's when you know you've made it.
That's great.
Lovely man.
That is so cool.
I bet he was.
Yeah.
Totally.
What a lovely story. I'm just looking at the clock. Lynn, I think it might be time for you to do
my
your
magic.
thing, you know?
Well, you know, it's good timing because Arthur, there you go, there's Arthur, has just stopped shaking. We've had weather over here in California and like really bad rain. But actually, if you grew up in Scotland or in Britain, then you're kind of used to the rain. So there's a sort of, you go, don't like it, but it's all right. But that dog is a California dog, and I'd never realised it before. So when it rains, he goes, oh, like he starts shaking. He's like, what is this wet stuff from the sky? So I'm not exhausted by the rain. I'm exhausted by the dog. Are you having the same as well,
Our
Chesney?
dog Finn, who you know quite well, he will not poo when it rains. He just won't do it. Like, you take him for walks for hours. I got soaked the other day. I was out for like an hour and a half or something like that, and the dog was just looking at me. I'm like, mate, there's a reason we're out here right now, and it's not for me.
Worse than having a baby, because he wakes up, like, he'll not do anything. He won't go out if it rains, right? He's like, oh my God, no, there's like scary stuff coming from the sky. But then if it stops raining just for like 2 minutes in the middle of the night, he's like, hey, let's do it now. You're like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, but I'm ready. Anyway, that's where I'm at in my life right now. So one of the things that I do, Tommy, is that I work in story. Actually, I think it's something that probably you would be into, because you are very much a speak the truth kind of guy. It is how it is. But what I do is I ask people to tell me a story or talk about a subject for 2 minutes. I even put my wee timer there like that. There's a timer. And then I write down what I hear in the story, and then we talk about it. Does that make sense? It's quite LA, except it's not LA. It's LA with rain, right? That's what it is. LA with rain and weather.
Yeah. Okay.
So what I'm going to ask you about, Tommy, is diamonds. Will you talk to me about diamonds? Just tell me what you think about diamonds, okay? You ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. Right. Diamonds for me is my wife's a diamond, my son's a diamond, all my family's a diamonds. But if you have to go out and buy a diamond, the problem is it's going to cost you a lot of money, right? So I hope that somewhere along the line that, well, I can go metal detecting and maybe find a diamond with my metal detector. Now, whether that happens or not, I mean, I don't know. I don't know whether, mind you, a diamond's not metal, is it? So, mind you, it could be a piece of metal with a diamond in the middle. So maybe that would work. I don't know. It's just one of those things, isn't it? You've got to be, I mean, if somebody said to me, yeah, Tommy, there's a diamond, it's worth 100 grand. I'm not saying I wouldn't take it, but who knows? He might be conning me. You know what I mean? So it might be a diamond that's only worth, 20 pence. So I wouldn't know really what to do with the diamond then, would I? I couldn't take it to a jeweler and say, how much is that? Because he'd say, you're joking, aren't you? It's not a diamond, that. So I don't know really. I mean, diamonds are funny things, aren't they? You can either have a pocket full or if you've got no diamonds at all. I mean, my wife's got a drawer full of diamonds. Drawer full. I mean, I've never seen as many diamonds. But she just keeps them there. I think they're just a keepsake. She doesn't wear them at all, you know. She has a diamond necklace, diamond earrings. So, but she doesn't wear them. She just keeps them in the drawer. So I don't know what use they are. You tell me what use a diamond is, because I don't know now. I'm lost. I'm completely lost. I wish I had a diamond now, but I haven't. It's just, you know, just one of them things, isn't it?
There you go.
Have we done 2 minutes? Well done. Well done, Tommy. 2 minutes on diamonds.
I think that was my favourite ever diamond story.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Guys.
Well done.
Because what diamonds means, Tommy, is when you ask people, this is the reason the boys are like, wow. Because when you ask someone about diamonds, right, mostly they will tell you what they value, what matters to them. Though very rarely, if you say, talk to me about diamonds, will people say, I've got a great big diamond on a ring or whatever. It's usually about what they care about, and straight up, first thing you said was diamonds. My wife and son. My wife and son. That's all I care about. Keep your diamonds, keep your jewels, don't care if I've got my wife and my son, totally happy, right? So it's all about value. Yeah. And the thing that you said as well, which I loved it, because it's so that honestly if you have to go out with a metal detector, I don't know what the metal detector is, but that you value hard work. You don't really like getting things for nothing. That you find there's something not right in that for you. That you like to earn your diamonds. You like to be the person that goes and gets them on your own. That you value the effort that you put into something. Would you say that was true?
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely true.
And and also that it's very much value for its own, from your own perspective. You don't care what other people think is valuable about your thing. You know what you know is valuable, right? You don't need to impress anybody else. You're really into what you value, and I'll work hard for it, and that's how I'll get it. And I wouldn't take any other fancy thing over it. That's very good. What I value, what I work for is that the truth? Would you say that was true?
Yes, it is. It is true. Wow, it is.
She's not bad, is she? Eh?
She's pretty good.
No, she's not bad. Yeah.
Wow.
We bring her out on display. We bring her out on display every now and then and show her off and wheel her around because she's not too shabby.
It's brilliant.
You know what it is? And it's one of the reasons why I think that there are certain celebrities or performers who are very beloved, and you are one of them, my friend. Because we hear what people are saying to us all the time. And what you and Bobby were doing was you were enjoying yourself working hard for us. And I think that people knew that when you turned up, you'd thought about it. And I think that the response that you had from people was that these are these guys who care about us. That's why I said you would sort of like what I did in a way, because the stuff that I do in story is about hearing what people really are saying, not all the fluff underneath, you know. But you are who you say you are.
But I think that's part of your success and the reason that you're successful in that way, because you are just you know. It's, and even through, you know, your career with Bobby, it's like you could always tell that you guys were good people, you know, and that you cared about us. You know, I can always tell that. Yeah, exactly.
It always felt real.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Bobby and I, we always believed that it was the people that got us to as high as we could ever go. You know, we went virtually around the world. We went to America. We went to Australia. We went to South Africa. We went to Branson, Missouri in America. Oh, we had fabulous career. And it was all down to the people who put us there. Not any, we didn't put ourselves there. We were put there, and like I said, time waits for nobody. And when it happened, we went to LWT and walked into the studio and to the offices, and it was mind blowing. It was like, are we really here? Is this, wow, we're doing TV. It was just, we couldn't get it. It was one of those things that it was such a shock. But, at the end of the day, we got there and, we made the best of it.
Does it seem like a dream now to you, Tommy, those days?
Yeah, it does. And I mean, having Bobby pass away as well, slightly over 2 years ago now. He was the funniest man. I always used to put him down as being the second Charlie Chaplin. He was. He didn't even need to say anything. It was his mannerisms, funny bones. It was just all in him. And I never realised when we got together that he was doing an act with his sister when he was 7 years of age. There used to be a thing in Lancashire which was cotton mills. And what they used to do is they used to have what they call a workers' playtime. And for lunch, they had an hour. And in that hour, they had entertainment. And Bobby and Mavis, that was his sister, used to go out there and do it when they were both 7 and 8 years of age. Marvellous. Fantastic. Oh. So he'd been in it basically all his life.
That's a grounding for you right there.
Yeah,
absolutely, right?
I'll say. Yeah.
You must miss him, Tommy. It's to have a relationship like that through that amount of time and the crazy stuff that you got up to and that you managed to achieve together. He must be like a brother to you.
Yeah, I mean, I did Panto last year for the first time without Bob, and Bob and I did 42 or 43 Pantos together, and the lady that put the Panto on, we met her in 1976, me and Bob, and I was there rehearsing, but not rehearsing, and I kept looking for him. It was the weirdest thing, and I didn't. And this lady kept going up to my wife Hazel saying, "Where's Tommy? He's not here. Where is he?" And I was thinking about Bob. Yeah. Rehearsals I weren't right with the rehearsals. It weren't that it was anything that I was doing was written badly. I just couldn't get to grips with it. And then and Hazel kept saying to her, "Listen, when he will get it, it will come. I'm promising you. Once he goes out on that stage with an audience, it'll be there." And we opened up opening night, and the lady was in the panto with us, and she said, "I'm so pleased to tell you that Tommy is here with us for the season in pantomime." And the whole audience stood up and applauded me. It was unbelievable. And from then on, I were back. And then following night, Leah, that's the lady, said to Hazel, "We've got him. He's back. Tommy's back."
It's like Bobby was there with you, mate. Anyway.
Yes. Yeah. And I know he were looking down, saying, "Get on with it, you soft beggar." I knew he was doing it.
Yeah.
I kept looking up.
Understandably. After all those years, understandably, it was just you were like a fish out of water, right?
Yeah.
It felt odd
at that
moment. But that was lovely that the whole crowd, it was lovely that the whole crowd and everybody got behind you and gave you that lift.
It was fantastic. Yeah, it was fantastic. So we had a great panto,
Wow.
Lovely.
Well, also, it would have been difficult for you because you're not a good liar. You wouldn't be able to lie. So if your heart's broken, your heart's broken. You can't pretend it's not broken. You can't just go, no, I'm fine. Because the way that you feel is totally the way that you feel, and that's how it is, right?
Yeah, that's the way it was, Nothing I could do about it. Nothing I could do.
No.
Yeah.
But anyway, musical interlude time.
Yes.
You gave us a few songs, but the one that stood out for me was "My Way," the Frank Sinatra.
Yes.
"My Way."
Absolutely love it.
I mean, what a song! You know, it's such a standard, and I don't do very many standards. I haven't done very many standards on this show,
Right?
And I was a little worried because I thought, there's a lot of chords in that one. It's that's an interesting one. It's not my style. I'm not really a crooner.
Yeah.
But it was really, really lovely to dive into this song, actually, because it is such a wonderful lyric. I mean, what does it mean to you, Tommy?
It means that to me to have achieved with my pal all what I've achieved. Yes, the song I would have sung we did it our way, but yeah, my way. You know, it just sums everything up. Just sums it all up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
absolutely. Well, look, here it is, especially for you, Tommy Cannon. Then we have Chesney Hawkes performing Frank Sinatra's "My Way." Enjoy.
Lovely.
Over to you, Ches.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there were doubts, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing. And now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. No, oh no, oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got, if not himself? Then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way.
Well done, Ches. Just for you, Tommy Cannon. That was Chesney Hawkes performing My Way.
Man.
Well done, Ches.
Thanks, Chesney.
Awesome.
Oh, man, that was fantastic. Well done.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Wasn't
Loved it? Absolutely loved it.
Oh, thank you, Tommy. It was absolutely
You're
my
welcome.
pleasure to sing that for you. And do you know what? It's funny because I always, especially with a lyric like that is so emotionally charged, about a life lived, and
That's right.
losses along the way. And I obviously I had you in my head that whole time, and I was thinking of Bobby, and I was thinking of your kids and everything.
Yeah. God bless you.
And just, it's an emotional song, isn't it?
I think it got us all. I think you managed
It did,
to.
I
think we all slightly went.
Yes, I think we all went.
What happened here is literally my dog has been shaking the whole time. Like the whole time. And then you started singing and the dog just went... Like he literally relaxed. He was like, everything's gonna be all right. So you even got the dog.
Tommy, we say one of the special gifts that we feel we get when we do this show is we get to watch the guest's face when Chesney performs their song or plays it. And you've not let us down. It was wonderful. And I feel we've been so blessed tonight. We've had a British legend, a tradition. You've chosen your song as Frank Sinatra's My Way. It doesn't get any better than that.
No.
It's been a beautiful hour. I just can't thank you enough, Tommy.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I have one last question. The question is, Tommy, knowing what you know now about everything, what advice would you give your 16-year-old self?
No, that's not easy. I would say if I think it's going to be like I'm going to a talk at a school where there are an art school, and I'm going to tell them that because I know that we nearly gave up show business, but we didn't. And praise the Lord that we didn't. But I'm going to tell these people, these youngsters who are waiting to get into show business, I've only one thing to say to them. Remember, never give up, and time waits for nobody. Because Bob and I, we auditioned for summer seasons, we didn't get them. We could have easily said, oh, that's it, I'm done, we're finished. We didn't. We carried on. We trod the boards, not getting lots of money, but I don't think at the end of the day, money was the important factor. We loved one another, and we wanted to be together, and we wanted to make it, and we did. And that was, to us, that was the world. It was fantastic.
Absolutely.
You had a diamond there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Oh, I think we've enjoyed it more than you, though, Tommy. It's been really inspiring. Really inspiring. When does your tour start? It starts in September?
Well, that's one of the tours, and the other one starts now. I'm doing I can't do all the tour because I've got other things going on as well. So consequently, I'm only doing maybe 12 of this tour, and there's about 20 gigs to do.
Right.
But I'm going to do about 12 of them. Yeah.
Maybe Robbie and I will come along and see you, Tommy. Me and Rob will be in the front row cheering for you.
Oh, don't say that. I saw you on the front row.
Anyway, we have come to that point of the show, sadly, where we have to leave. But we will be back again very soon in your earplugs or your earbuds or your earways. But until then, I've been Ferguson.
I've been Harrington.
I've been Hawks.
And I've been Cannon. And I love you all.
Oh, we love you too, Tommy Cannon.
We love you more.
Thank you so much for coming on, mate.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Ferguson Harrington Hawks with Lynn Ferguson, Neil Harrington and Chesney Hawks. Written and produced for Source Productions by, surprise, surprise, Lynn Ferguson, Neil Harrington and Chesney Hawks.